Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and no, there's nothing wrong with your screen. You do see me twice in the same video. It's a very special TLDR because I have a big topic, a huge topic. Aziz Light, did someone Aziz Light me? Or man, like speaking of channel redeem points. Whoa. Are these batteries dead? Where are the batteries? Well, obviously will not turn on unless there are batteries installed. It's kind of a trick with using electronics. You got to make sure there are batteries installed. There are not. I probably moved them to another device, probably the Tenorion, as a matter of fact. Thank you for joining. This is the nightly roundup on weekdays. We try to cover the tech news and tech deals. Today, we will be pausing tech deals. They're already posted to Discord, though, so you don't have to miss anything. There's not, in fact, all the news stories were effectively posted to Discord, too. This is just more of a daily synopsis of here's what happened today. It's very much in a podcast format. Sometimes CNIP's able to join me, Glendon sometimes as well. Tonight, Glendon is feeling a little under the weather, so he will not be joining us. It's just you and me and a whole bunch of people here on the Twitches. I've got a few people all streaming alongside me, including Toxic Doom, Juniper, Skepta, Infosword, and Mike. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Over there is the video that was uploaded today. This is the big thing that happened to me. Not that I wanted it to happen to me. Not to say it's a tragedy, but it's really shocking, disappointing, disconcerting. All the words that I could possibly throw at this baffling situation. I've been using Samsung devices for a few generations. I've been using smartphones since like the dawn of smartphones. And very often I will turn in an old phone in exchange for a new one, or effectively like a trade-in program. And so I've been using Samsung's trade-in program now twice. Well, I sent in this device that you see me like going on about in the car. I sent that in when I got my S23 Ultra, which I was using to record this particular video in my car as soon as I got this device. So why did I get it back? Didn't I trade it in? Yes, I traded it in. But Samsung told me, hey, your screen's cracked, so we can't offer you $500. We can only offer you $155. I'm like, what? Like that? What? There's no way, man. I shipped it to Samsung in the original packaging. Like it was set. I've done this so many times over. I thought there's no way it cracked. There's no way unless someone fumbled the phone on their end. So I said, no, you can send it back because I'm not going to stick with 150. I know this device is worth more than that. And I figured I'd take a potential bath on it if they sent it back and it was indeed cracked, which again I would be a little upset about because I know I did not send it in cracked. I take care of my devices. So I opened the device in the car, and lo and behold, look at that. It is not cracked. Not a crack. I mean, of course, I've got some like chip paint or chip coating on it, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, there's no way. This is not a cracked screen. I don't know what the hell Samsung is smoking, apart from crack, which I threw in at the end of the video, which I thought was kind of a funny, cute way. Some people tuned in earlier, heard me doing the editing for that video as soon as it was shot live to tape in the car, and then I did some footage of the email that they had sent after the fact, just in case anybody accused me. What are you talking about? No, I have the documentation. I have the video, the evidence to make these claims that Samsung was the one who suggested this device was faulty, effectively, upon arrival. So instead of getting $500 from Samsung for this device, I'm going to have to either sell it directly. Some people say, oh, you can make more money if you just sell it directly. I'm not sure where I'd sell directly, honestly. They took the S Pen out of this thing too, which is really unfortunate, because I'm going to be selling it. So I may be going to Gazelle. I've sold on Gazelle before. I tried Amazon, but Amazon wasn't taking the S22 Ultra. Where else could I just get rid of this thing easily? There's the email. There's the proof that I was referring to here. Let's go ahead and rewind it because while we're going on about this, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Sorry for hitting pause. Has this ever happened to you? Some people in the comments were making it sound like this is a common problem, at least with Samsung. Baffling, absolutely baffling. Here's the thing I want to make very clear. They said it was cracked, and they could give me 150 for it instead of 500. And I could have taken their word and taken them at face value, and said, all right, well, I guess you said it's cracked. Well, I guess I'll take 150. It's better than nothing. And I'm guessing they do that just to see how many people say okay, so they don't have to pay out as much. I mean, that's a conspiracy theory, but I can. What's the alternative explanation? How else would it work? So yeah, I was confounded in opening this. Number one, getting the email, and then opening this package to only find out that it was fine. There's nothing wrong with this device. Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I know I'll be able to send it into Gazelle and it'll be fine. Oh, there's another Gazelle company? Okay. Yeah, I would say it's majorly sus. Beyond bizarre. I've never had this happen before, ever. See, there I am, unwrapping it. And puzzlingly, looking it over, I'm like, am I missing something? Holding it up, I'm like, am I missing something? I mean, I uploaded it. So here's the thing. I uploaded it. I've got two channels. I've got a tech channel that I'm trying to spin up, and I've been trying to dedicate it to tech topics. But I've got my legacy channel, which a lot of people turn to. I forgot when I exported, I recorded in 4K. I forgot to upload in 4K. So one of the videos 1080p. This upload, however, on the original Chris Pirillo channel is a 4K video. So I double uploaded, but they're different videos, or at least of different quality. So theoretically, YouTube won't get mad. I used different thumbnails, different titles, different tags. Didn't really change the audio all that much, or not at all, really. So yeah, I still can't believe it. Never had to go through this before, ever. Beyond sus, Professor. Beyond. Yeah, this is where I am. This is what I was facing today. This was the big news. I mean, we've got other news that we're going to be covering, certainly, but I've had a couple of similar issues, similar types of problems with Samsung. You might remember with the S22 Ultra, this one, the first one that I got, it had a yellow tint to the camera output. It was just beyond weird and inexplicable. And so when they ended up sending that as a replacement unit, the one that I was holding on to there, and I had to fight with Samsung on that too, which was maddening. It was more of a fight than it needed to be, so the two experiences where I would have needed Samsung the most, I feel they dropped the ball. I really do. I feel they dropped the ball, which is unfortunate, because I don't really have any alternative that I can turn to as far as a smartphone is concerned. For me, Pixel isn't it. I've talked about why. The iPhone isn't it. Exactly, Mike. They took the pen. They took it. I sent it in. They took it. Hello, that Y-Wing guy. Great to see you. Fantastic to have you here. That Y-Wing guy is another streamer here on the Twitches. I'm not sure if we have any mods here right now, but I'd ask for a shout out, so I'm going to go ahead and shout you out. It's that Y-Wing guy. Obviously, he's a fellow fan of Star Wars, because that's a Y-Wing. The Y-Wing. He's that Y-Wing, not the other Y-Wing guy. This is that Y-Wing guy. Yeah, I don't see a crack on that screen. Not one. Here, let me bring it up a little larger. Can you see a crack? Can anyone see a crack in that? Anyone? Feel free to take a screenshot. I uploaded a photo to Discord as well, or not Discord, Twitter, right? Given that Twitter was working today, I also posted it to Mastodon though. So yeah, there's no issue with this phone. Samsung called it. They called it a cracked screen, not me. It's definitely not, there are minor scratches and abrasions, but I used it for a year. There's normal wear and tear. I know what normal wear and tear is. Never had pushback like this. Oh, anyway, so let's move on to the first update. It's kind of neat. There we go. Gotta get the link. This is the world's smallest video camera, and it's the size of a grain of sand. It's that tiny. Like, you could lose that so quickly. Not exactly something that you would want to have, you know, mounted as a webcam for your computer. But it's ideal for disposable devices operating from the smallest part of the anatomy. So the idea is that they could use it in your body. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. Imagine, you know, there's a way, if I scroll up to the actual image itself rather than the description, to effectively swallow a pill and have it go everywhere. Well, that's pretty much what it is. I'm not sure if cameras can get smaller than this, but I never would have imagined cameras even being this small. I'm not sure about the battery life. But, you know, I'd imagine that it's probably something that it wasn't designed to last maybe past an hour or so. You know, swallowing it and having it go places is probably what it was designed for. Places that cameras can't normally go without being invasive. There are camera bills, and they aren't that small. This is what I'm saying. This is tiny. Minuscule. It's the smallest video camera ever. Can you imagine pushing 4K resolution on a camera that small? You say, no, it's impossible. It remains to be seen. Literally. We're pushing boundaries, man. This is the kind of technology that you don't realize exists until you need to use it. So, for example, if you needed to have a camera inside your body, you know, how are they going to get it in there? Are they going to slice you open? They're going to stick a tube in a hole? What are they going to do? 240p is all you need inside the body today. Like, if you gave me a choice, hey, Chris, do you want this tube stuck in a hole, or do you want to swallow for higher resolution, or do you want to swallow this camera? I said, I think I'll swallow the camera. Thank you very much. Just don't go swallowing or try to swallow like a regular camera. Not a good idea. Oh yeah, Juniper Breeze, thank you for remembering. No, that was in the experiment when we were playing back the podcasts on the live.pirillo.com stream. But it turns out that experiment just did not work very well. People didn't want the previous TLDR broadcasts playing over the live video when I might not have been around or talking actively. So that was just a part of the experiment. Music is just fine. Thank you for remembering too. That's appreciated. Sometimes I forget those things. The next article that we're going to pop over to, and again, you can follow the bouncy ball in the TLDR section on Discord. Google's Palm E is a generalist robot brain that takes commands. So it adds vision to guide a robot without special training. So this is out of Google. We got a couple bits of Google news coming here. Let's go ahead and press play. There's a robot. Look how fast it's moving. It's just whipping around. Look at what it can do. And you're thinking, this is just never going to... It's going to work. It's going to happen. It's going to be able to accomplish small tasks, menial tasks. And it looks like that today. But at some point in the near future, it's going to look like something else. Look at that guy. That guy's got to come behind the robot and like, wait, what are you doing? I literally just pulled it out. What do you... That robot's going to turn around and punch the guy in the face. There we go. Yeah, that Y-wing guy. Wouldn't it be cool to have a robot? Give it all the parts and have it assemble a robot for you. Robots developing robots. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. A Burger King robot. It's happened. I do believe there. If it's not Burger King, it's McDonald's that has a fully robotic, like a place, a restaurant, a location. Like no human beings. It's all robot. Everything, stem to stern. Can't get your order wrong then. Is it in Japan? That's in Japan. Okay, fair enough. Does it look like a Doc Ock? Yeah, now that you mention it, it kind of did. Pretty wild though to think that these devices are pretty soon going to be able to do a heck of a lot more than they do today. So that's happening. That's coming out of Google. They claim it's the largest VLM ever developed and that it can perform a variety of tasks without the need for retraining. So that's a visual language model, as opposed to an LLM, a large language model. This is a visual language model. Uh, computers are getting smarter. Now the question is when do they take over? And you're oh, Chris, this is never going to happen. Really? You sure about that? Are you confident? What about AI taking over Twitch? Yes, it's happening. This is what, the third channel that we've heard of that is an AI generated stream. There's a SpongeBob SquarePants AI driven stream. Wait, hang on. AI Sponge is offline. Wait, what? Did they get yanked? So, yeah, it's AI generated SpongeBob SquarePants, at least between Patrick and SpongeBob. So it's possible it's gone. Although, wait, no, it couldn't be. It just says it's not it's not. It says it's offline. Let's try it. See what happens. Yep, they're offline. Don't know for how long. Oh my god, this is getting really racy. Oh man, this is just weird. Very weird. Okay, this got really weird. When do people get? That's a great question, isn't it? Professor, I don't think I see that happening. Forget artificial intelligence. We need human intelligence. It's there. Maybe it's not as much fun as a virtual AI SpongeBob. I have a feeling I know why SpongeBob got yanked off of Twitch, or why they're down, if only for retraining. Google I/O is happening May 10th. This is when we can expect to hear more about the next version of Android. Maybe the Pixel tablet that has been brought about, possibly a Fold, maybe other updates. Who knows? I don't know if I'm looking forward to this one as much. I don't really see anything, at least in what's been shown of the Android version of, what is it, 14 they're up to. Developer Preview 2 is out. Definitely too early to be messing around with on a device that you might use on a regular basis. So I haven't put it on my Pixel. I'd probably wait until maybe the final version, like when or the final beta before installing it. And then again, I might just wait until it is absolutely final. Honestly, there's nothing that compelling about the new version of Android that would have me wanting to use it. And I felt that way, honestly, for the past few new versions of Android. Not as important as it used to be. Good features rolling out, certainly, but not as critical, given that they've abstracted a lot of the value through mainline modules or like Google Play services. Still, it is right around the corner. The one I am looking forward to, and usually do every year, is WWDC. Of course, not for hardware, but for software specifically, because I do use Mac OS, so I always kind of look forward to, like, okay, what's to be expected in the next iteration of Mac OS, and beyond that, thinking, well, what's going to happen with iOS? Like, are we finally seeing a reboot? Like, or is it just the same thing, different day, laggy animations, dropped animation frames, slop, chop? I don't know. Remains to be seen. I'm not holding my breath. I stopped holding my breath like 5-6 iterations ago. Yeah, I pretty much gave up on iOS. But I look forward to any of these announcements inevitably, because when there's a software update that rolls out, to be able to take advantage of it is nice. I use iOS still. I use Mac OS, Windows, and Android pretty much every day in my workflow. I'm not living on one platform or another. Speaking of updates, Facebook is going to be bringing back in-app messaging features as it plans to compete with TikTok. So they abstracted Messenger from Facebook a few years ago. I didn't mind that. I thought it was fine, because I was just like, okay, I just want to use this for messaging. I'm not going to load up Facebook. It kind of got annoying, though, on the desktop. Or on the desktop, I'll say it is annoying. They do have a desktop app. I don't know if they're going to keep that desktop app after this particular change, but they are looking to merge Facebook Messenger with Facebook. One app to rule them all for Facebook. They've also been saying, and I think that was set to roll out this year, end-to-end encryption for everybody. TikTok, is dominating. TikTok is more than making waves. It's forcing changes on all the favorite apps that you might have. So if you happen to use Facebook Messenger, because the world, despite you might not, not liking it, if that happens to be the case. The world is using it. Billions of people use Facebook. They still use Facebook or any one of the apps connected to Facebook, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. I would hope and wish that Facebook could just merge them all, and they kind of did between Instagram and Facebook Messenger, kind of, but it's still a little sloppy. Not as clean of an experience as it could be. Some people message me on Instagram and I can't easily respond to them. It's bizarre. So hopefully they'll be cleaning up a lot of that in the process as they bring everything back to Facebook. And you can do it now. You can go to Facebook on the web and get to your Facebook Messenger, like your Messenger from within Facebook.com. But you can also go to Messenger.com. You can also go directly. Yep, the only reason you keep Facebook is for family. Makes sense. I like Facebook because you don't have to keep track of address books. It's convenient. You can get to it from a multiple amount of operating systems, devices, computers. And I like that, as opposed to being tethered to one thing or another. That's basically that's where I lose interest. Makes it less useful by a long shot. A long shot. Just wish TikTok would not track all your mics and camera GPS and keystrokes while it's not in use. Dandrak, I thought that was, I don't know, I'm not going to say rumor, but I thought that was overblown. I'm pretty sure I remember the news you're referencing, and I can't remember the outcome of it, but I believe that was not as much of a deal as it was made out to be. You wanted Insta to remain photo artist oriented? Yeah, that it's not happening. I just kind of, I posted a lot. I have over the years posted a lot to Instagram. It used to be like, hey, here's what I'm doing right now, and here's this, and here's that. And it was fun and interesting. You know, every photo mattered to me when I uploaded it. And now it's just like, what's the point, of me sharing something that I like? No one else is going to see it. I did not do Instagram as well as others did, unfortunately. So I use it for reels. I'll be honest. I've done like photos too, but mostly, if I upload anything, it's reels. I'm like, well, if that's what Instagram wants to do, they're chasing TikTok. Everybody is chasing TikTok. But I'm telling you, let TikTok be TikTok. I feel that's important. Wii U reports warn of bizarre issue killing Nintendo consoles. Whoa. If you don't use the system, it can brick the console entirely. That's bizarre. According to reports, if not used for a prolonged period of time, the Wii U can develop a memory error, more specifically error 160.0193, that prevents the console from doing anything beyond the main menu. Right now, it appears the issue triggers at random, and there is no solution. So if you have a Wii, you may want to take a look, boot it up, because it might not. Here's your warning. Thanks to was it Dragon? If Dragon's still here, thanks to Dragon for sharing that. I would have missed it otherwise. Going back to Professor, is it Nectaris? They made it onerous to follow the algorithm basically on any platform. Oh, you and I are going to get along swimmingly. Don't get me... Okay, you're getting me started about I hate the algorithm. Hate it. It destroyed Instagram for me. It destroyed Twitter for me. It destroyed YouTube for me. It destroyed Facebook. It destroyed everything for me. Destroyed. Just blew it up. Done. I'm not a fan of the algorithm. One of the reasons I doubled down on Mastodon was specifically because there is no algorithm. I might post garbage, right? But at least I know if I post something, it's not going to hurt, right? It's going to get seen, at least by the people who follow, the people who pay attention. Yeah, I am not a fan of the algorithm. Wii U specifically, necessary to make the distinction. True, the Wii U. Not the Wii, Wii U. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii. If you say it like that, you sound like a minion. Wii U, if you sing it. The Wii U. Google, back to Google News here, is going to be rolling out its VPN service to Google One subscribers, and basically that's everybody. I'd imagine you're paying for Google. $2 is like nothing, especially for the Google services, backup and what have you. And for a while, I even thought about upgrading the plan to premium, which is like, it would be overkill for what we need today, like on the, what is it, the 2 terabyte plan. And I held off on it because I was like, well, it'd just be overkill. The only reason I might have used it was specifically because one of the bonuses on that tier is the VPN. So they've effectively made that VPN available for all Google One subscribers. Every one of them. That's nice. That's actually very, very, very nice. Because it's basically, if you're paying for Google One anyway, now you got a VPN. Done. Easy. It's there. Finished. I love that. That is so much nicer to have than maybe you're using a third party. I don't know. But if you're using Google anyway, and you're paying for it anyway, you just got a new feature. That's a huge win. That's a gigantic win. Now, I mean, like, if you're not running through a VPN, like, what are you doing on your mobile device? It also has dark web info monitoring. So, like, social security number, name, date of birth, addresses, yada, yada, yada. So, data breaches. It'll surface data breaches, which is very interesting. So, both of those services are coming. Well, if you're paying for Google One, you know, you're about to get it. I don't think it wasn't when I checked earlier. It should be like immediate or close to immediate. Hang on. Let me see here. What did I need to check? Oh, I needed to check if I have it yet. Google One, VPN. No, it still says premium feature. So it hasn't rolled out, and it could be like a server side change. And I always check for software updates throughout the day, because you never know. I don't think I got a Google One subscription yet, or update yet. Let's try it again. Google One. Nope, VPN premium feature still. But I believe you currently have to upgrade, but I believe it is rolling out now. We'll soon be able to start using it. Okay, starting today and rolling out over the next few weeks. So it's going to be a rollout. Google's going to be rolling that out soon. So keep your eye on it. It's not going to be available on all platforms, on all in all countries. But that's a pretty nice deal. Now I will tell you, the 2 terabyte feature is even less interesting to me. Far less interesting. They need to improve its value, because it's either going to be $3 a month or $10 a month, and the only difference is the amount of storage you get, or Google Store rewards if you buy a lot of stuff from Google, which is not a thing. Google Workplace premium features might be a value. Gold status on PlayPoints, largely irrelevant. So they've got to add more value to this Google One service if they want to people to buy into it, or just specifically upgrade. That's the way I see it, though, and I'm willing to spend money. I'm willing to give more money to Google if they give me something that I'm looking for. Toxic Doom notes it's bundled with Google Fi, not a service that I've used, but that is good to know. Yeah, that's wild. See, that was kind of a good update today. Glendon shared this, and I kind of wish he was here to better explain this. PowerCore aims to bring the power of EDM to any 3D printer. So electric discharge machining, EDM, as opposed to what is it, electronic dance music, to the home, and the link is the home gamer, right? Cut through solid metal with EDM. Convert your 3D printer into an EDM machine with an open source EDM power supply. So it looks like they've got a unit here and are showing that you can basically cut metal at home now with the 3D printer, potentially. You can like create your own metal pieces, metal parts. This is on Kickstarter, though. This should be noted. But they've apparently done the work, or at least are about to do the work. That's wild. Open source and extendable. That's kind of nice to hear. So if you're an electronics fan and you always wanted to cut metal, this is the most metal news you probably could have received today. Like a mini CNC, Dandrak notes. See, I'm not. I mean, like, I've got my printer, right? I've got my Prusa Mini and the Bamboo. I'm printing on the Bamboo right now. I've got, where is it? Let's see where it is. I'm printing my Bo-Katan legs. It's almost done. Oh, is it done? 99% done. Stopped. Why is it stopped? Wait a minute. It should be about done. I haven't gotten the notification yet, but it says 0 minutes remaining on the final layer here. Hopefully things did not screw up. I can't see my preview window. Oh, this is bad. I mean, it's good that it's almost done, but it's bad that I can't see a preview. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. Pieces got knocked over somehow. Oh, boy. Not good. Some pieces got knocked over. I don't know which piece, the leg pieces. So hopefully those pieces finished enough that it completed. Or at least I got some legs out of it. Odalock says we've been doing ECM with 3D printed jigs for barrel making. We've been watching EDM process for 3D printers for making slides and receivers as well. Interesting. That TIE fighter? Which TIE fighter? Is there a TIE fighter there? Did I miss it? Yeah, here comes regulation right around the corner. Google's just dominating today. There wasn't, I wouldn't say a copious amount of tech news, but Google's plan to catch ChatGPT is to stuff AI into everything, which, again, I'm okay with. And I say this cautiously because I love what ChatGPT has done. It's changed my patterns, you know, in terms of when I know I need to use it and I know it can be used and I can take advantage of it. You know, rewriting something, clarifying something, cleaning something up. Oh, the TIE fighter I posted in Discord. Oh, yeah, the one I got back there right now. I got to move some stuff around. These shelves are not, anything on these shelves not permanent because I have to move this unit in and out sometimes to get to the back of the desk every so often. So some people are cautious about Google doing this because you might remember how Google rolled out Google Plus, and then Google Plus was in everything, and now it's in nothing again. Google, that was the problem though with Google Plus. Google Plus was social. AI is not social. So as long as the features they're adding are valuable, I have no problem with it. But just adding AI for the sake of AI, just to say they have AI, not useful. I believe having AI in the G Suite is a no-brainer. Just like I believe that Microsoft, it would be a no-brainer to have like ChatGPT here, there, and everywhere in routine tasks. That's where AI can really come in handy, helping people. Like this is like a Clippy 2.0 or 3.0. Would ChatGPT be able to write code for my astromech? Yes, that Y-wing guy. People have written code with it to this point. No better or no worse than a Stack Overflow copy and paste. I don't need an AI toaster, but in terms of the software that I might use on a regular basis, yeah, I can see the benefit of having AI. So Google is planning on basically rolling this out and integrating it, you know, across the board. So expect to see more AI goodness powered by, you know, whatever they call it, Bard. You know, you expect to see Bard everywhere. Now, see, there's the reference to the mobilization around Google Plus and having failed, but that was social. But AI is now in everything and will continue to be in everything. Think about that. Okay, so like photos, more AI. In fact, I would argue the next thing that they really need to update is the UI in Google Photos on the web. Big time. Oh my God. It's got a lot of catching up to do. A lot. I don't like using Google Photos in the web, in the web browser at all. It's not as full featured. It's not as easy to use. I think the interface is a bit dated compared to what I think it could or should be. I love the mobile app though. The mobile app is great. But you can't really run a mobile app. You can on the on the Mac desktop. Let me see here. If I go into the Mac App Store, let's see if Google Photos is available. Google Photos, because you can download. No. Yeah, third-party apps. You don't want to do that. It'd be nice to have Google Photos, the Mac app, on the desktop, because I would use that instead of using the web browser on the desktop. AI blocker extensions. I don't know if it's going to go that far. I mean, AI is a bit more at the core of these services, so I don't think you'd be able to block the service. What were we talking about? I mean, I talk about AI every day, it seems, because it's a day that ends in Y. We were talking about TikTok earlier and how it's inspiring every company to basically change everything. Well, looks like Spotify's new design is now a part of TikTok. Or sorry, not a part of, is part TikTok, part Instagram, and part YouTube. So Spotify is making changes. So the Spotify app is going to have video if it doesn't already have it. If you love video, great. But maybe you don't. I'm a Spotify user, but I'm not a Spotify power user. Hey, Maker Viking, good to see you. You missed some of the interesting Maker news here a few minutes ago. We were talking about the PowerCore Kickstarter project, potentially bringing the power of EDM to any 3D printer. So you just missed that, Maker Viking. The link is in Discord under Tech News TLDR. Here's my concern. Spotify, great for music. Now they're making it like TikTok or YouTube. Like, what is it trying to be? And these apps, I wish they would just know what they were rather than trying to chase these shiny objects. I hope it works out for them. I really do. But when I think Spotify, more often than not, I'm thinking music. I don't manage playlists. I like listen to music. Any music that I have, I just listen to on demand. Like, I'm listening to Lily Allen. I type it in, boom, done. Flim and the BBs, doom, done. It's not. I don't find myself attached to any one platform over another. When it comes to music, at least. So now the TikTokification of social apps is happening. How long do we give it? Will people use it? I don't know. Now Spotify is also rolling out, video podcasts on the platform. They've had podcasts. Of course, they acquired Anchor. And in many ways, I've been staging TLDR, this particular broadcast, this recording that you're listening to, right? At least I think it's recording. Let me check. It is recording. This is a podcast. It's very much done like a podcast where we talk about the day's news, usually tech updates and what have you, and the dialogue back and forth as we do it live. I've been uploading and archiving all TLDR episodes to a YouTube channel, Chris Pirillo Live, and would very well upload it to Spotify too. If you want to get your podcast, if you want to listen to this particular broadcast there, knock yourself out. I don't care where you listen to something, so long as you do. I'm happy. Very, very happy. Very happy. Yeah. Oh, hang on, y'all. I have some updates. On the Samsung thing, I posted to Reddit. And I have 4 comments. How many upvotes? Oh, I got 0 upvotes. I know what you're talking about, and that's what sent me to this post for some reason. Wait, no, that's not. That's a different one. Wait. This is the one. You're joking, right? I am not. I recorded video proof on YouTube, but I don't want to post the link because it tilts into self promo only if a mod allows. There we go. So I posted that the photo, right, of my S22 Ultra that they said had a chip screen. I posted that photo to Reddit. I'm like, is this cracked? Am I nuts? He says, I think the bottom left or bottom right. But that's like it's not. That's not the screen. Not the screen. And it's basically chipped coating. Smooth. Not the glass. And I can't imagine this being considered a crack. Replying to Reddit. The crack on the screen sure looks like a crack. Is that crack in the bottom? Is he technically bottom of the phone? No, it's not a crack. Oh. I see what they're saying. Can I upload another photo? That's not a crack. That's the I need to post another image. Can I edit this? My thoughts. I need to take another picture. Sorry, I got to get back to Reddit. Like, no, here. I'm gonna make it a bit interesting background. Wait, hang on. That did not focus. Well, here. Because that's the thing. You want to make sure everyone has... Man, why is that not... It's really blurry. There we go. All right, so now I have to upload this to Reddit because people think that they see the crack. It's not a crack. The image as it was uploaded, that's not a crack. What you might see in this image is actually a reflection of my finger and the phone I used to take the photo. Here's the same screen at a straight on angle. Right, let's do this. I'm gonna download it because you don't want Reddit coming after you. That's for sure. Comment. Here, let me. I guess here, let me reply there. Just in case anybody else sees it. All right, done. Updated it. Here's where it is, by the way, in case you wanted to upload. I'm not going to add Imager. I just update natively. Oh, for sure, Maker Viking. It is that link I was just talking about. That I knew you'd be interested in is on the Locker Gnome Discord server. Hey, thanks that Y-Wing guy. Happy to have you here again. We do this every night. The Locker Gnome Daily Report. I was sorry, did not mean to interrupt the flow, but it is relevant given that I did want to talk about this being an issue. And, I did upload. I do not use Reddit all that often, hardly at all, honestly. And I still use my legacy account, the Locker Gnome account, not my Star Wars Radar account at this time. I have two accounts. Unfortunately, Chris Pirillo I can't get access to it again anymore, which is unfortunate, but no upvotes. But I do have comments, which is kind of nice to see. I'll take comments over upvotes because they're not bad. They're not horrible. No, it's not cracked. Okay, Horde72. It is not cracked. It's not cracked. Stop gaslighting me. Stop. Stop. Stop gaslighting me. Stop. Stop. Please. I'm warning you. Flynn. All right, next article. We're back. So we talked about TikTok, part Instagram, part YouTube, the TikTokification of everything. Here's like I said, Google kind of dominated today for me, like as far as like the news that I saw that was interesting. Oh, Dandrak, yeah, he's stirring the pot, indeed. That's Horde72. He's got Horde dad jokes too, which is why we love him. Google finally is adding site fave icons to desktop search results, which I love. Like from day one, like one of the best things Internet Explorer did for the world is bring fave icons into existence. I was a fan of a fave icon from day one. Loved fave. In fact, I'd get angry, downright angry, when a site did not have fave icons. And it's critical too, especially with tabs. You get a little fave icon in the tab, or certainly on in the modern browsers that you might use, Chrome, Safari. Pretty sure Firefox as well, although it's been a few years since I've used Firefox. So yeah, we're going to see fave icons in search results now, which is fantastic. Makes it easier as opposed to that. See, it's just not, there's not much to see. Then there's this, like, oh, I know that icon, I can trust that. It's visual, so I appreciate that visual addition from Google search results. I was deliriously happy, probably more than I needed to be for the fave icon. Why does the initial image, it looks cracked in the corner? Look at the updated image. If you look at the updated image, it doesn't. It's not. It's different. It's completely different. There is. Hang on, Eclipse Empire just followed on Mastodon. That's nice. I hope he and UFly1 are doing well. Here, let's edit this post on Mastodon. I love that I can edit the post on Mastodon and add a second photo. It's easy to do. Good evening, Mayhem. How are you? Just going over the day's tech news. And honestly, we've kind of come to a stopping point with the news. Glendon's not here, and I pretty much dived as far as I might have wanted to go on the news. There's only so much I could say. I mean, there's certain days that I tend to belabor points. I try my best not to do that, but I also do my best to try to find articles or news that I find is newsworthy, something that I find interesting. I hope you find interesting, vicariously. We also have tech deals that are posted to Discord. We're going to be on Twitter. You couldn't escape a TLDR without me mentioning Twitter. Again, I think this is the second time tonight. I am going to be swapping the Locker Gnome account and the MakerDeck account. There's going to be a swap. So the idea is that if you're following MakerDeck, you're going to be following Locker Gnome, and then you can refollow MakerDeck on Twitter. Because MakerDeck is underneath Locker Gnome, just like Chris Pirillo is underneath Locker Gnome. We're all under Locker Gnome. We're under that umbrella. The Reddit photo is very clearly crack feed. That's what I'm saying, Professor. Like I'm beyond baffled with it. But I can't. Who am I to argue? I mean, at least with Reddit on the Reddit with Samsung on this. So, oops, I accidentally uploaded the right one, or a reply to the wrong person. I just want to get there. I mean, not that I need Reddit's expertise, but it is what it is. The milk and Thin Mints. Oh, there you go. Hey, Dragon, thanks again for sharing that news article on Discord earlier. That was a good eye on that one about the Wii U basically bricking itself. Not a fun time. We had a Wii U. Didn't use it. Used it once or twice. I think the only game I ever remember playing on the Wii U was the, what was it called? It was a Crayon Castle. Defend the Castle. Like it was a horribly drawn game, like a stick figure, and you had to like defend it. You had to throw things back away from the castle. You had to pick them up and throw them away. What was it called? Crayon Castle? Crayon Warrior. What the hell is it called? I can't remember. Am I going to try to get the S Pen back from Samsung? At this point, I'm giving up on Samsung. At least as far as the return is concerned. I don't think it's coming back. They took it. I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, the ticket I think may have even been closed. And I almost want to reopen it and say, dude, I'm looking right at it. Where's the crack? Show me where the crack is. And I probably should. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should. Where's the crack? What crack? Where? It wasn't Scribble Knots. No, that wasn't it. It was something else. Hang on. Yeah, I think I will, Yasir. think I will. If you send the phone back, they will now say you have a missing S Pen. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd have to, like, clarify that in the follow-up, saying you took the S Pen, and show me where the crack is, because I don't see it, like, at all. I didn't send it in with a crack. It doesn't have a crack now. They didn't say chips. It wasn't wear and tear. It was specifically the screen. I don't think it was Castle Crashers. No, I think I would remember. I think I would remember what it was. It was like a horribly drawn cartoon, and they ported it to, I think, the iPad too. Sell on eBay or Facebook Market? Yeah, I probably will. I don't know what the going rate of an S22 Ultra without the S Pen is now. God, that's kind of annoying. Will you sell the S22? Yeah, I'll sell it probably on Gazelle. I've used Gazelle before, and it's never been a problem. So I'll probably just Gazelle it and just, call it a day. Not to belabor it. I'm not going to make any money on the ad revenue, like, uploading the video to YouTube. Yeah, that was an ordeal and a half. A fun little ordeal. Fun? Did I say? Fun? Yeah, fun. Total blasty blast. Hee hee hee. There you go, just a second. Where is... Here we go. Thank you, everyone. I did get an antidote out of it. But not that I was expecting to get an antidote out of it. Sorry, sometimes when I get sucked into 13 tasks at once without having a co-host, that's what happens. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Every weeknight, 7 p.m. Pacific is when I like to do TLDR, because it seems like it's the right amount of people that are engaged. They're here. They're playing video games or streaming something on the desktop. You're more than welcome to do the same thing. You got a geeky activity, a nerdy activity. You want to jump into the stream and participate, you can too. It's easy to do. Just type in here, bang, join. You can join the stream, do something geeky or nerdy, and look, you'd be a part of the broadcast. So I'm happy to invite everybody here, for sure. Oh, you might be interested if the price is right? Well, I don't know, Yasir. I was going to send it in to Gazelle. They took the S Pen, though, just so you know. They took the S Pen. It's gone. Like, the S Pen, I don't know why. They kept the S Pen, but they sent back the phone. I'm like, there was nothing in here saying you were going to take the S Pen. So they nerfed my ability to generate even more revenue potentially from this device. Yeah, I'm fine with that, Yasir. I mean, I'm good for it. I have no problem with that. Because I was expecting to get, I don't know what the going rates are. I was expecting to at least get 500 from Samsung. So it's disappointing that I won't be. Because that's 500 otherwise just gone, right? Which is why I asked for it back instead of saying, yeah, I trust you. I'm glad I asked for it back. That would have been money lost. Because there's no... I refuse to believe this is a cracked screen. I refuse to believe. They're gaslighting me. Oh. But I'm not gaslighting you. We're going to wrap up. Figure it out. Let me know. Well, Yasir, I don't know what they're going for right now. So I'd imagine 500 is 500 or north of 500, because that's what Samsung is asking for. I'd imagine on eBay, similar ones might be priced, just north of that. But honestly, if I can get 500 out of it, I'd be happy, because that's what it was for Samsung. So if I could get 500 out of it, and even that was, they said that was low, especially for this. So I'd have to look. I'd have to do some competitive analysis, but now that there's no S Pen, I don't know if I'd be able to tilt, much higher than that. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you always. We're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.